Chavez corner, as well as you got Gilbert Smith. And then you have in the red corner, Rich McQuetcho and Jet Set Carrington Banks. Big
Nice
body kick right there from Josh Marsh. Stiff jab up against the fence by Marsh. Chavez comes back, takes the center. Good check on that outside leg kick there from Chavez. Chavez with the teep to the body. Little clip to the grapes right there. Give him a minute to recover. Unintentional toe right up on the inside of the cup right there. Definitely not a comfortable situation.
You know, I've been blessed in my fight career that I've never had that happen.
You better knock on wood.
Crap.
Uh-oh.
Crap. Oh, this is it. All right.
Might be particle board, but our broadcast table is wood.
Wood is wood.
Both of these boys are throwing right now. Josh Marsh
after it.
is looking to be a little bit more efficient. He seems to be the more efficient guy, I should say, right now.
Yeah, he's throwing heat.
But Edwin's a tough kid, man. He's tough to put away.
Yeah, definitely seen him in some trouble before and seen him fight through it. You know, I think that's one of his best attributes. He's pretty durable. Doesn't really quit, you know. With a guy like that, you kind of want to go to the body, you know.
And that's something that Yusuf Zalal was able to do effectively.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nice elbow from Marsh.
But great work from the body positioning right there from Edwin Chavez, getting Marsh's back up against the fence. Now his head's a little bit off as far as the placement. I'd love to see him put the crown of that forehead right underneath Josh Marsh's chin. Him not having that head position in place might have been what allowed Marsh to gain some real estate there and get back free. Marsh with the low leg kick sweeps Chavez off of his feet.
You know, for being the guy that missed weight, I would say Marsh looks like the bigger guy in there. You know, I know Chavez is the one that missed weight, but Marsh, to me, looks bigger.
Definitely filled out really well.
You know, and I feel like in these grappling exchanges, you're seeing that size and possibly a strength advantage for sure.
Totally. Teep to the body from Chavez. Looked like that deuce from Josh Marsh snuck through. Marsh is finding luck with that cross.
Yeah, he has some really crisp hands right now. Finding success with them.
Knee to the body there from Chavez up against the fence. Little McGregor shoulder shuck.
The shoulder.
Hit him with the shoulder.
Rotation from Chavez to put Marsh's back right back up against the fence. And now we see that head position right there, boys.
Yeah, Marsh is doing a really, really solid job of matching the level. He's never panicked. He's staying cool, calm, collected. You know,
But notice how he lets off the head pressure, and that's as soon as he got rotated and now finds his back up against the fence.
Yeah, absolutely. He needs to try to be – Chavez wants to roll his head and be under the chin.
And, you know, fans at home, I know that this is the main event now at this point, but I encourage you all to come out and catch a show here live. I mean, you never know who you're going to run into. We have some of the who's who in the UFC ranks here in the crowd. We've got one Corey Sandhagen who takes on Marlon Chito Vera in just a couple of weeks. We have top-ranked flyweights like Brandon Royval in the house. So you never know who you're going to run into. You have lots of veterans in the house who would love just to be able to say hi.
Absolutely. Colorado Combat Club does it right.
Marsh is in on a single leg, looking for the trip.
Nice
Big elbow up against the fence right there by Josh Marsh. Looks like Edwin might have been hurt off of that a little bit. Something, I couldn't tell. His back is right to me, but he had a slight delay or pause coming off of that elbow.
Looks like he's
I
having
think it might be
problem
his
with his
knee.
Yeah, I was going to say, it looks like his left knee might be a little unstable. You know, if I'm in Chavez's corner, I'm letting him know, like, hey, you have to pressure. You have to be the pressure fighter. You know, right now he's getting backed up, and that's where he's losing. He's shooting off his back foot and losing position. So he needs to come forward. I know it's uncomfortable, probably, getting kicked and kneed and punched. I've been there. I get it. But you got to come forward. He's got to be the pressure fighter. He's got to be the bully fighter here if he wants to win.
Certainly.
Sitting at range right now is just not the move.
That being said, though, seeing that there might be a compromised joint out there, if you're Josh Marsh, does this impact your strategy coming into this second round here?
Sweep the leg, Johnny.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, if he knows, I don't know if he knows or not, but as soon as he does find out, I'm sure he's going to be all over it. Neither guy breathing hard at all.
Yeah, and I mean, Chavez is doing a good job with a poker face.
Good short elbow, though, in that tight range from Josh Marsh. Chavez is throwing a lot of volume, but I think part of his issue right now, guys, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, he's throwing a lot of looping shots. He's throwing a lot of long punches instead of being that shortest point between two distances and throwing those ones and twos, mix of six up the middle.
Yeah, and I think he's also struggling with his footwork quite a bit. He's getting off balance when he throws, and that's when he's getting cracked back and kind of falling into shots instead of having good balanced shots and good position. You know, he needs to have his feet underneath him. He's not moving with his feet, if that's making sense. His upper body isn't moving with his lower body.
Totally understood.
Marsh doing a good job pressuring Chavez up against the cage with a body lock.
Chavez looking to dig his head underneath to get his own bit of rotation going on. And Edwin with the rotation now. A little bit of a 50-50. They break off. Chavez now the aggressor moving forward, but he does run into a left hand from Marsh.
Yeah, just like Cody said, Chavez is getting off balance. He's throwing punches, and he's putting himself in a position to where he can be countered very easily.
I mean, early on, Chavez's big baser, a lot of what he did in his initial fights was he wrestled and he liked to get to the back a lot. And in these last couple of fights, he's been trying to stand and trade on the feet a little bit more. You know, I don't know. Right now, you're not getting the better of the exchange on the feet. I would like to see him try to work his level change and try to get inside on a takedown and get to that department.
Yeah, I think Josh has noticed that the legs hurt. He's targeting it. But also, like, you know, Chavez is struggling to wrestle, too, at this point. You know, he's not winning any of the wrestling exchanges either. So you're kind of in a rock and a hard place. You know, he's got a compromised wheel. That makes it tough to wrestle, be explosive. But you kind of want to go Josh to come in. You know, you need him to maybe feel like you're hurt and pressure in and fight in a boxing range fight.
Ooh,
there again, though, he's dog tough and he's there
hand.
till he is. That left hand hurt him, though. That left hand sent him back a little bit, but he looks like he's back in and he's ready to chuck himself.
Yeah, I would like to see Josh kind of go after him. You know, you hurt him. You clearly wobbled him. Go try to get a finish.
You know, you wonder, though, if you're Josh Marsh, you see that you are wearing away at him. Do you just keep on, instead of overextending yourself potentially and maybe getting caught on your own, do you just keep on chipping away, chipping away, chipping away, and then once the opportunity is there and you have him on the brink, then you go for it?
I think that's his mindset right now. I don't think like he doesn't look like he wants to go after it. I think he feels like he's having success to slowly chip away.
Yeah, and I guess my idea on it would just be if you hurt somebody badly, that was bad, right? You gotta get engage that killer instinct and go get a finish. You don't know if you'll hurt him again the rest of the fight, right? Like the only way you can guarantee that you're gonna win this fight is if you go finish him right now. And if you have someone hurt, that's a perfect opportunity.
Totally. Josh did say yesterday, though, in the press conference that he doesn't care if it's a finish or if it goes 15 minutes. All he wants is that green on tapology.
There you go.
That's interesting that Marsh is shooting in when he's having such success on the feet.
Little chatter off of the fence there from Edwin Chavez to the corner of Josh Marsh, and then he finds himself rotating out of the clinch. Coach Gilbert Smith is asking for the trip.
Marsh rotated Chavez against the cage. Yeah, I would like Marsh to just break off because he was having success on the feet.
Big right hand off of the break there. Both guys are drawing blood, it looks like, on each other. Some spinning attacks there from Edwin Chavez with short time on the round.
That's a good first 2 rounds from these guys. This is an exciting fight.
Yeah, it's not a blowout by any means. I think very clearly Marsh is winning the fight. I don't think it's a domination, so to speak, but I do think Marsh is doing enough to win 2 relatively close rounds to none. You know, if I'm in his corner, if I'm in Chavez's corner, I'm telling him you got to go finish. You need to put this. You need to find a way to the back, which right now we're having a hard time finding a takedown. You need to get into boxing range.
Absolutely.
And try to catch him in one of those exchanges, you know. Marsh does seem to be okay standing tall in the boxing range, so I would feel like that's his best bet to catch him.
Definitely, and I mean, if you're Carrington Banks or Rich Marquecho, are you telling him to seal the deal this round, or what's the thought process?
Yeah, you know, you never want to let off the gas pedal, so I'm saying, you know, empty the tank right here last round. You know, you don't need to put yourself in any bad positions, but empty the gas tank for sure. Keep doing what you're doing, push pace, be the bully. And dominate, you know, ensure the win for sure.
Definitely. Edwin is the aggressor coming out to start the round, so you do see a little bit of sense of urgency coming from him. Offers a high kick, but Marsh blocks it. Returns with a body kick. That does land. Couple of body punches from Chavez land.
Yeah, and you know, unless you hit the liver, the body's kind of a long-term investment, right? And so he hasn't invested until the 3rd round.
Ooh, big left hand from Chavez.
And that's kind of what he needs to do. He needs to entice him into these boxing exchanges.
But to give credit to Edwin, I mean, Edwin is a gamer. The kid is still there, and if you don't, as we mentioned, if you don't put him away, he's going to be there until the final bell.
Yeah, and it's showing here in the 3rd round.
Josh Marsh right now with great position up against the fence, has the head position. Battle separates off. Throws a high kick of his own, but Chavez is able to block it. Returns with an inside low leg kick.
Nice knee from Marsh.
Good slip, though, of the right hand from Chavez as Marsh threw the right hand of his own on the blended entry into this clinch situation. Both guys back in the middle.
Nice elbow from Marsh.
I think you can kind of whoever is going forward in this fight has seemed to be the person that has more success. You know, Marsh has been going forward more, so he's been winning the majority of the fight. But when Edwin does go forward, he seems to, that's when he's having success. You know, he needs to break off of here. Because, listen, you didn't win the first 2 rounds. You got 2 minutes to go try to find a finish. Hold him against the cage for 2 minutes, you're going to lose a 29-28 decision, right?
Certainly.
Go find a way to knock him out right now, because, honestly, that's your way to win, you know?
Agreed. You know, and in these short quarters, what we should be looking for is elbows off of the break, those short knees, a frame that leads into a knee, something that's a significant strike coming off of this clinch situation, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Marsh with Chavez's fence back up against the fence.
Yeah, with a minute and a half left, Chavez is going to have to go after a finish here, I feel.
Certainly. You got to go for broke. You got to leave it all out there. Empty the tank right now. But Josh Marsh with a stiff 1-2 on the entry from Chavez. Knee to the body from Chavez in tight quarters. Josh Marsh looking to press Chavez's fence right back up against the fence, excuse me. You know, right now with 30 seconds left in the round, Josh Marsh is he's winning the positional battle right now, and this is something that, from the professional side of things, it's a good business decision.
Yeah, I mean, you're winning the fight. Don't do anything crazy to lose it.
Spinning wheel kick offered right there from Chavez, but blocked by Marsh.
Ooh,
Chavez
nice
lands a couple
combination from
combos.
Chavez. Good scrap between these two.
Hey, that was a gritty battle right there.
That was a gritty battle, and I mean, you never know with the
You
judges.
never know.
You never know with the judges.
Especially there were some tight sequences throughout the fight. You know, we did think coming into it that it might have been 2-up for Marsh, but again, as you both mentioned, very tight rounds. So we really never know. And whether it's here in Colorado or anywhere across the world, you never know with the 3 people sitting cage side. What were they seeing? What was their evaluation of what was going on? What could they see from their vantage point versus maybe someone else? We're about to find out, ladies and gentlemen. And we're getting the final tally on these scores. Official decision for this main event will be read out by Aaron Varao momentarily.
Your judges have reached a unanimous decision. All 3 judges scored the bout the same, seeing it 29-28 for your winner. Fighting out of the red corner, Josh Marsh!
And congratulations to Josh Marsh of Elevation Fight Team.